No audio? Appreciate that, Jesse. How you doing, bud? I had the mic. Did that work? But yeah, so what I was saying was I wanted to get on a little bit early. We'll do a react on the stories from the Outlands trailer as we wait for the new trailer to come in for the next it's the next 20 minutes or so, but I wanted to hang out and anyone that wanted to come in early and react. I wanted to be able to get get everyone in a waiting room, so to speak. But we'll go through, like I said, the stories of the Outlands. We'll kind of talk about the legend, some things that we may or may not know, the map, and then we'll get into the trailer and stuff. So I appreciate everybody for hanging in. Jesse, thank you for the like. This one will be short. I will just cut this off after the trailer itself, and we do all the reaction and stuff. But I will be back live in a little bit, shortly thereafter. I'm just going to reset the stream, and we'll come in for a few hours and do some Apex. We're just going to run solo today for a little bit. But yeah, so how's everyone's Monday? Good morning, Jesse. Hope everyone's doing well as a Monday can be. We're just gonna we're gonna hang out for a bit. Let's actually flip over to the stories of the Outland. We'll start with that. We'll walk through it, and then just kind of hang out. What's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy? Happy Monday, buddy. And just do a short little guy here. Matt, you excited for season 15? I think you said you were a day one player, huh? Right? We're actually going to bring this. I'm going to bring this down. I did not do this correctly. Oop. So I'll kind of put myself right here, so we're not taking up much of the screen. But yeah, let's look through it. What's up, Justin? Mr. Piercy, how you doing? How is everything, bud? I know you've been going through some tough times with the loss of the family member and everything, and you've been had a lot going on. So how you doing? You getting through it? You know I'm here for you. Let's start it up. All right.
And that's supposed to tell you something?
Oh, no.
This crystal represents courage. This represents beauty.
Okay, spot on so far. And what does the bag of rocks say about you?
With the audio here.
Let's find out.
You guys are not getting the audio, huh? Why is the audio not coming through, everybody? It was working? I can't hear it.
And that's supposed to tell you something?
This crystal represents courage. This represents beauty.
Okay, spot on so far.
The funny
And
thing
what
is
does
I
the bag of
tested it
rocks
this
say about
morning and what's up,
Let's find
Tyler? Thank you for the like. I tested it this morning and it was working fine.
Only by working together can we ensure the survival
Can
of
you all
one.
hear it?
Hope is not
lost. Thanks to the generous contributions of Hammond Robotics, a plan to stabilize Cleo is underway.
Our moon is crying out for help. I sense her pain. She needs us to protect her.
Let me guess. That someone is us.
Someone needs to do something.
Last time we listened to you, we almost ended up in jail.
I thought we were a sisterhood.
You're going too far, Margot. It's getting scary.
The curfew is now in effect.
I should go.
Reminder,
Me too.
the curfew is now in effect.
You're not going with them?
Nah, I've got nowhere else
Ugh,
to be.
I have no audio.
She's
I
a
don't know
risk
why.
taker now.
If you guys are
I like
hearing it,
it.
then
Come on.
that's good.
I want to show
It's
you
for
something.
you guys. It's not for, I've already seen this. What do you guys think about the new legend?
It's beautiful.
So are you. This suits you.
I feel like the whole world has opened up now that I'm myself.
I'm glad. Funny, isn't it? The moon may be dying, but it's this place that's broken.
Do you really think Cleo will collapse?
Not if I can help it. Give me your hand. I see creativity, compassion, leadership.
Leadership? Really?
I only tell you what the palm tells me.
But you guys can
And you're
still
much
hear it?
stronger than you realize. You've already been through so much.
Transitioning. That was sort of hard.
But look at you now. You'll go on to do great things. This, it has been seen.
Why did you bring me here?
See, there is
I had
a
planned to save
like a little
Cleo.
theory that this girl Cleo
But it's dangerous.
is
Whatever it is.
like has a potential link to Apex,
Hammond isn't
like
here
a
to
future
help.
legend,
They're building that thing
kind of
to
like the way
stop
Maggie
Cleo,
was with
to consume her.
with
And we're gonna
Fusey.
stop them.
So it'll be interesting to see if they bring her in.
What is this?
What do you think about this ferrofluid? I like the way that they changed from the original leak back in like season 12, that they reworked
What did
her a
you
little
think we
bit.
were doing here?
Stop.
I think that was a good idea.
People could get hurt.
So, it's definitely nice that they took that into effect and it's not like so Fortnite-y. What's up, Connor? Thank you for the like. Hey, bud. How was your
The woman
late
who
season
saved
push
Cleo.
going?
And do the rocks tell you what happened to her?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll kind of go back.
only
I
tell
have to
you what
figure
you
out how I
already
can get
know.
audio on
But
my end.
I had to come here to protect my true
I
home.
might have to just add another source.
No, that's a rough bit of luck.
Um,
Okay, now do Sheila. She's been all moody lately.
we'll go back and we'll look at it.
Funny.
Let's see if I can get something to my headphones here.
Isn't it? The moon may be dying.
Now it's probably coming in twice for you guys. I don't know what's going on, but this is not going to be good. You're D2 now? Nice, dude. Yeah, so I think like I like the seer breakdown. We can like look at the actual gameplay. She gets into it. Like I like that she can counter seer. I do like that the walls are there. Matt, thanks for the like, man.
You didn't say anything.
How you doing, bud? How's your Monday?
What are you doing here?
Stop.
I'm gonna be running for a little bit. I'm gonna
People can get
cut
hurt.
the stream off. I'm gonna end the stream and then I'm just gonna reset everything and then I'm gonna come right back. And I'm gonna run some control and maybe some pubs. I don't know yet. But if you want to run for a little bit, happy to do that. Yeah, I have nobody. I was just gonna solo today for a little bit and just kind of vibe out and hang out. I want to know.
Do
It's
the
actually
rocks tell you what
concerning me
happened to her?
that my actual
They only tell
my
you what you
headphones
already
are
know.
actually the issue.
That I had to come here to protect my true home.
Oh, well, that's a rough bit of
Yeah,
rock.
so like the idea
Do the rocks
of
tell you what happened to
like the ferrofluid being like a part of her
The woman who saved Cleo.
is actually really cool. But yeah.
Do the rocks tell you what happened to her?
No. They only tell you what you already know. That I had to come here.
What do you guys think about the new map? I think the other day
That's a rough
I
bit of
actually
luck.
walked through
Okay,
the
now
map
do she-
is
Been all moody lately.
the new map is okay. Not quite sure how I totally feel about it. It does give me some like Stormpoint vibes at times.
There's a lot of information right now that suggests
It does give me Stormpoint vibes. It also gives me like Olympus vibes, which is really cool. I'm actually looking forward to the new map. To be honest, I think, you know, from everything that I've read, and I'll make myself a little bit bigger here. From everything that I've read, it's been like the size is supposed to be bigger than World's Edge, but not quite as big as Olympus or something like that. So it's not, and it's supposedly not as big as Stormpoint for sure, but they're saying like whatever I've read is it's not quite as big as Olympus. So I think it's gonna be good size. I'm hoping that it will help with ranked in theory, which is what they've done in the past. The new map is always the first split of the season's rank. So split 1 next season is all but confirmed that this map is going to be the Boreas or whatever they end up calling it, the new map. And then I'm actually hoping that Olympus becomes the second split. They haven't announced what the second split was quite yet, but there is a rumor out there that today, after this trailer, that they're actually releasing, either doing an early release or a full release of the patch notes. So after this trailer, we're actually going to walk through the site and see what is what they've updated the blog and whatnot. And so that would be interesting. I mean, they have like the openness of the map. Like when we did like the walkthrough, I actually did the glitch the other day. I'm gonna post that in a little bit as well too. So I did the glitch. I walked through live over the weekend or Friday. And it was, I mean, I like the new map. I like that POI. It's supposedly only like a quarter, not even a quarter of the entire map. So the one thing that I will say about that particular POI, it is super open. And if they get rid of that fog, then we're gonna, you know, I think there is going to be a lot of distance play there that I'm not quite sure that I'm a huge fan of. But I mean, that again, that all remains to be seen on what they're actually doing, because this it was like there was fog and stuff like that. AC on Bro Gaming, thanks for the like, man. How you doing? I've been peeping in your stream for a little bit. You know, you got some good content there, man. Appreciate you coming by. How you doing? Hot take, I don't think that Olympus is that good of a ranked map. Ooh, that is a hot take. Paul, thanks for the like, dude. How you doing? I'm hoping that my audio somehow actually works right now, because it is super unfortunate. I'm gonna have to like get double audio or something, because actually, you know what I can do? Sound settings. Let me put it to my headphones. And test to see if maybe it's my headphones that's the issue. Okay, so now I can hear it, and it's not going to come in double on you guys, or it shouldn't at least. What's up, Adam? Thanks for the like, Mr. Sir. And Connor, I want to know why is Olympus not a good map for you? I actually really like ranked on Olympus. I'm doing well. I saw you stop in. Appreciate that. Fully intend to return the love anytime I see you live. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, man, I was actually watching. I'm not much of a COD player. But I was actually watching some of the gameplay. I may jump in on Warzone 2. I actually have like the pre-order on it, and I've been messing around with the campaign off stream. It's a different take. I like the speed of Apex, but COD is what they're doing over there is pretty good. I played a lot of the beta off stream, so that like those arenas modes that they did, the multiplayer modes, was really cool. So yeah, dude, you know, and I know that you play, like you've played with, I've seen you with heals every so often, so good stuff, dude. Good content for sure. No matter what any map is, it's better than KC. Dude, KC can go, like, I hope they find that, like, someone finds that server and burns it. And I'm really thinking that KC, it's going to be Olympus, this new map in KC. Like, I have a feeling, like, this bad feeling that they're going to vault World's Edge for pubs. Like, they're just going to do that 3-map rotation, and it's going to be Olympus, this new map, and I have a feeling it's KC, which I really hope it's not. Because if it was World's Edge, Olympus, and the new map as the 3 pubs rotations, then it's like, that's awesome. Like, pubs is going to be so good. Casey, yeah, I've been seeing your clips over it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate AC. I've been trying to do a little bit more. We have a Reels bonus through Facebook, so I mean that helps with the incentive. So it's something that I want to do a little bit more, like these React videos. I want to do more because I think there's some value in, like, everyone's doing it, but doing the same thing over and over again, it can only go so far, right? So playing multiple games and doing these things, but yeah, so let me go by and minimize myself here. walked around this area, and I actually like this area. I think if it's a high tier loot area, it has enough space for two or three teams to land and not test each other right away. I think there's very high potential with this map. You want World's Edge gone? Oh my gosh. You're an Apex Master too? Nice. I think, what do you want, AC? You're on console, right? You're on Xbox, I think? Did I see that correctly? We can DM me, man. We'll hit it up for sure. Alright, here we go. We're gonna watch it all the way through. And then we'll cut back and we'll come to it, break it down.
26 years ago, a meteor crashed into our moon. But that is not what broke us. This settlement was meant to be our salvation.
Dude, so they're keeping those zip lines?
Perhaps.
Broken moon.
It still can be. Hear that bell? It's the witching hour. Enemy down.
Stickers.
Do not falter. I don't fear anything. I hope you're ready. Extending to re-engage. Let's rock. This wasn't fate. This was the future you made. Someone once told me that in order to heal,
Okay, so she can...
we need to destroy.
Observe. Unforgettable.
I like your style.
Time to have some fun. This is what I was built for.
Is that the Havoc?
It was the arrogance of men that brought us to the edge of the abyss. I will be the woman
Say what?
to pull us back.
Dude, that wall was huge!
Catalyst. The woman who saved Cleo.
We're gonna go back and we're gonna try and digest all of this again. What did you all think about this? Oh my gosh. Nico, thank you for the like, the double like. What's up, Jon Snow? In the house. What are you doing, Nico? Were you just watching this too? Oh my gosh. Dude, look at this POI though. Let's just for this like countdown. Oh my gosh. Aim assist. Can we get up? Yeah, like we walked through a lot of this stuff. This map looks really, really chill. So this actually isn't the part that we walked through. This is another POI. So there's a first look, yeah, so we'll go through, oh, and they explain gifting a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit more to break down here. You're chilling. What do you think about that trailer and the new legends? Like this, so this is the POI that they walked us through. So they got rid of the fog, so clearly there's no fog on these POIs. That fog was for sure for the teaser. Crazy. Yeah. I really like this POI is like shaping up to be, or this map is shaping up to be something really good. So I heard a Volt for sure. I want to know if that
26
Havoc
years
is the
ago.
Havoc or if it's the potentially a newer
A
weapon.
meteor crashed into our moon. But that is not what broke us. This settlement was meant to be our salvation.
So clearly keeping the zip lines from the teaser, which, like, you're just gonna get beamed off those things.
Perhaps. It still can be.
I want to like
Hear that bell? It's the witching hour. Enemy down.
so stickers. So there's something new that's coming that hasn't been. It's been teased, but it's never been like official. So that's why they did the update on the healing animations. So that came out to be pretty true. We didn't have those last season. That's coming.
Do not falter. I don't fear anything. I hope you're ready. Extending to re-engage. Let's rock. This wasn't fate. This was the future you made.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
Someone once told me that in order to
Okay,
heal...
so you can react throw doors. So my assumption is her passive. So her passive can throw like in reinforced doors like this, so you can't kick it through. And then this is her tack, right? So if they break through the door, the tactical is supposed to slow them down, right? The question is whether or not. The question is whether or not you can shoot like this rampart, for instance, like
Need to destroy.
right. So that rampart is waiting for the door to be broken. So maybe it works both ways, where the ferrofluid that she throws actually reinforces the door, not on both sides. So like she can't just shoot through that door, because that would make door plays like impossible and definitely only beneficial for somebody that can like break down the door, like a Maggie or a rampart or a rampage, a thermite, a rampage. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It's cool that you can put heals on the stickers. But like they're falling down. Now Legend's gonna fall over.
Unforgettable.
I like your style.
Guard.
So is this a Havoc skin, or is this a new weapon? Because there was an energy weapon. There was an energy weapon that was an AR, that was a burst AR that went to full auto.
Unforgettable.
This doesn't,
I like your
I don't
style.
recognize the sound.
Guard can have some fun. This is where I was built for.
Like, that doesn't necessarily look like a weapon that's in the game, unless it's just the skin. Am I making this up? Am I like trying to extrapolate? Is this the Havoc? And let's not overshadow the fact that Revenant's wearing a top hat right now. Like, is that just slowing down actually automatic.
This is what I was built for.
We'll go back and we'll see.
It was
that.
the
I think the
arrogance
patch
of
notes will
man
know.
that brought us to the edge of the abyss.
Dude, I think that tack is going to be a big deal. This is ridiculous.
To pull us back. Catalyst.
That finisher,
The woman who
though.
saved Cleo. I like your style.
Oh, and I want to go to and watch the tack here. Could be a bad pass skin.
This is what I was built for.
It was the arrogance of man
watch this tack
that brought us to the edge of the abyss.
So right here. Like, this is going to be huge. Like, watch, like, see how far it goes in this room? So this can work in two ways. It works to push the way they are in the gameplay trailer, but also if you're being chased and you don't, you know, from a thirsty squad, like, you can throw this in behind you and keep them from pushing you. Yeah, I think if you time it right, then you can also use it as an aggressor to chase. Say there's an octane or something that you're chasing and stimming. I want to know how far you can actually throw it to actually be an aggressor and stop that octane from actually gaining that position and getting that, you know, that distance from you. So that's going to be interesting. That I kind of like. With this as a versatile, like, she's supposed to be a defensive legend, but this can also be used very aggressively in my opinion. This is wild.
I will be the woman.
That's wild. Like, and then if you go through it, the question is, like, do you take damage when you go through it? Or is it like a Watson thing? Because look how tall that is. Right? So that can be two things,
The woman who
right?
saved
So that can be... This can be used...
It was the I will be the woman.
Like, that, in my opinion, like, it's used in two things. So if you're getting griefed by somebody as a third party, your catalyst should throw that to stop a third party from coming in, right? So if you would have a clean push on a squad, you throw that thing up, and unless you're like a Horizon or a Valk or a Pathy, I don't even know if a Pathy can get past that. But you know what I mean? Like, this makes her, to me, played in the right hands and played with strategy, will help counter third parties. Coming in. Again, if you're getting that audio cue that you're getting hit, or if you see that you're getting charge rifled or longbowed or something from distance, you immediately throw that up, which cuts that line of sight off. It's almost like a Bangalore, but not really like a Bangalore. So I think it's pretty interesting. Billy Smith, thank you for the like. Sorry, I'm just getting to that. We're kind of walking right through this. Billy, did you see the trailer? Are you watching this? And what do you think? So, yeah, this is interesting. Like, does he get
to pull us
damage
back
and get slowed?
Catalyst.
And we do know that
The woman who
through the
saved
end of the
Cleo.
trailer, it will stop a scam. So it's a direct counter to Seer. And potentially Bloodhound, and even Maggie. Like, Maggie has that sort of tracking, for when she does damage. Yeah, so this is Catalyst, right? So we'll meet Catalyst. A defensive conjurer is what they're calling her. So Teresa Crystal Smith isn't a cup of tea. Standoffish woman. She likes crystals more than she likes most people. She grew up on Boreas, which is the same map that... so she knows Seer, so there is that connection there. That's where Seer is from. Conformity, efficiency, necessities. She's more than fellow misfits. She spent her time crystal readings, moon rituals, witchery. They made her turbulent teenage years, simultaneous gender transition. So she's 29, had gone through a transition. She ultimately ran away from home, finding solace, the one place that her friend cared about the most, their moon, Cleo. So she's from Boreas, but Cleo is that moon that got destroyed, that new moon sort of map. So her tactical ability is piercing spikes, which is that slowing, the thing that's on the ground. You wonder if it blocks their vision. It could be, Jesse, honestly, like, but I say that with the caveat of they had that flashbang thing with Seer when he first came out, and they got rid of it. So I mean, I would see it as being more of like a Watson fence slowing, and then maybe you get like blurred vision and stuff like that. I don't know that they would completely go black. I think that would be, I mean, it's possible. The ultimate abilities that dark fail. So, and these are just the other legends. So that's interesting. New map, Broken Moon. And we'll go through gifting. We'll go through all of these. Actually, let's see if... Yeah, so they just said the Broken Moon. So there is no patch notes per se. That's at least coming from EA. So this is a new moon map. This might just be the countdown. So you can get from one point to another point here using that zip line. You obviously have these walkways. It has like almost an antenna feel. You think that the zip is the best idea they've had, again, in theory. I think so, but I think it comes at a cost, right? So because you're out in the open, your spray is not going to be accurate. So, you know, you're not only exposing yourself, but you're also just going to get beamed by somebody that has an angle on you. So yeah, I do and I don't. This has like a the POI in like Terminal, the new POI that they changed up in Olympus. Like this has like that feel to it. You walk through this building, like, be interesting. It actually almost feels like one of those arena maps. This is like the point of like the line of sight, unless this, like, oh my gosh, like you could probably be here and still have a line of sight over here. This is the stuff that's gonna, this is gonna make Catalyst viable, or this is gonna be annoying to fight. If you're taking a fight over here and a squad's right here, they have basically open views, especially with like a Vantage. Like, you know, see 3 times, gonna be able to scan or scout the legends. It'd be interesting. Yeah, it does look like the fog is gone, which was part of my biggest fear, to be honest, because you have those line of sights that with a 6 times or you know, a 4x12, somebody with a charge rifle wants to. This is amazing. Like the height difference here. You can obviously get up in different angles. You can wrap around. I do think a bigger POIs like this, these zip lines, I see these zip lines for sure are going to be viable. I don't know what that does to someone like a Pathy, you know, if that makes him more viable or not, because you can break it up and come out of new angles. Your scout is about to farm. Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody on YouTube as well? Thank you all for hanging out. Let me know what you think. That's a crazy. That's a good trailer, man. I like this POI. I mean, I think, you know, not looking at the whole map and really truly understanding the size, like it is a gorgeous map. I think they've done a good job with this one. That might be me being like super hopeful, but I think they've done a really good job with this. Yeah, so they're talking now. Broken Moon is a terraforming project commissioned by Clio Recovery Council. So they're terraforming. It's almost like what they were doing. Didn't World's Edge, isn't the whole thing? I'm a season 4 player, so World's Edge was already destroyed when I started playing. But isn't that the whole thing that like Harvester? Why Harvester was there is they were like terraforming that. So as a result, catastrophic meteor impact occurring in 2708. So that is Seer, right? So that that either is like a Titanfall lore or a Seer lore. With the help of the Boreas Science Division, the new moon became habitable in 2715 to future fund colonization. The government contract was Syndicate to bring Apex games to the moon. Broken Moon is similar size to World's Edge and features a wide array of terrain and extraterrestrial borderline familiar. So locations range from glamorous gardens to gigantic terraforming. So I was right. So no, what I read was very theory. So it is similar in size to World's Edge, which is really good because I think I like World's Edge size. I like the way it plays in ranked, for the most part, and I do like that you can get through that map pretty quickly. The zip rails, if it is in that size, the zip rails are going to be tough because I think they're going to promote quick third parties. So you're either going to have to quickly fight and rotate, or you're going to have to quickly fight or use some type of counter that's going to keep these third parties at bay. Again, if these zip rails are predominantly around the map, or if they're specifically within a POI to get from one point within a POI to another point in that POI, and not go from one POI to another. Like say you would take like a jump tower, for instance, to get from a jump tower to one POI to get out and get to another POI. Yikes, I thought it was more of a storm point size or slightly bigger. No. So everything I heard was it was going to be a cross between World's Edge and Olympus. It might be the size of Olympus, but like in between those two. So either it is in fact that, or it is actually World's Edge. So a fast, predictable way of getting from one location to another, effectively outrun the ring. These rails are set up along predetermined paths to quickly move from one POI to the next. Okay, so this is going... maybe I should read this before I actually go through and give assumptions. Z-Kenny, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the like. Informative stream, huh? Yeah, we did the walkthrough, or we did the watch, the react on that, and now we're just kind of going through the little things here on the new map. So some of the interesting things. We went through the legend. We'll go back through. I think she has good potential. I don't know if I'm going to main her. I'll give her a little bit of a try. But I think if played with the right hands with a little bit of an aggressive tendency, she actually can be very good. So players can get through particularly challenging rotations and even move within points of some larger landmarks. While riding the rails, you have all the same functions available to you as a zip line, but with increased speed and momentum. All right, so it's faster than a pathy zip line, and you can still do everything that you can do. So shooting, you can't heal, right? You can't heal on a zip line. So you can't rotate on a zip and try and heal like you could say on a gravity cannon in Stormpoint. Take the gravity cannon and pop that heal as you take the gravity cannon. But it is faster. So it is a bit of a counter to Pathy. Unless you break up line of sight in those and use Pathy to break up those line of areas. Point of interest. Dude, look at this map, man. Seems very condensed. But height is gonna be key. I think this is gonna be. So I want to see the whole map because I could probably tell you where, like, either this is going to be a hot drop because it's so open. You're going to have adjacent POIs to get over. That could easily be the hot spot. But people like tall things like Wraith Portal and KC and the buildings and Fragment. Antenna, Barometer. So people could probably see people like hard contesting right here. The moon is packed with POIs that offer comfortable landing spots for multiple squads, allowing time to loot before first shots are fired. Do these guys play this game, or are they just developers? Looting before taking shots. That's funny. Zip rails also offer effective means of closing the gap between or quickly or escaping risky situations. All right, so Terraformer POI, which seems to be the POI. No, that's the POI that we dropped in on. But this is yeah, like this right here is where the teaser came. This is not the POI that is in there, but it's clearly connected. Constructed to prevent the moon from dying, the terraformer is a massive symmetrical structure that resides off-center of the map. It is a king of the hill drop location with loot throughout, which supports up to 4 teams with comfortable landing spots. The central position of power can be used effectively to defend from within the walls, but there are ways to infiltrate and overthrow a team in power. That's interesting. See, this is what I said. That's area right there, right? I said either this area because it's open or this area because we like tall things and we all like to land there. So if this is saying 4 teams, you're going to have half the map here. The only reason why I was endorsing that zip, that was on a smaller map, that could definitely be more of a problem than helpful tool. Yeah, I also think what they're trying to do, AC, is turn maps or turn the games over faster. So you're queuing up faster. You know what I mean? So I think they probably have data that says, you know, within, just like the data with matchmaking is they want you in a game. They don't want you waiting forever in between matches. They want you in. So the SBMM and the matchmaking is not so much skill level as it is just queuing level. So they want you to queue in as fast as possible. So this could be one of those things that it takes a 22-minute average map time to an 18 to or 17-minute map. It's based off of that, which gets you wanting to get you to play more in a specific time. So it could easily be something like that. All right. Status net array. Yeah, can Pathy grapple onto them? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, he can grapple onto zip lines, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, like, just quickly grab up to it. I mean, you know, Horizon's going to be able to take a gravity lift in the middle of it, and a Valk is going to be able to use her jets to get up, or an Octane jump pad, to try and like quickly move around if you're like in the middle of those zip rails. Yeah, so status net array. Tell me where you've seen something like this before. KC. A completely asymmetrical space with a central honeypot of loot. The stasis net array area provides plenty of ways to escape and flank the main structure, or retreat and move the fight. The particle beam emitting from this location is what keeps floating moon debris from crashing down. Okay, so that has nothing to do with like your flight. It's like, you know, like the beam that was in Harvester that people would like kill their whole squad on. That's nothing like that. I don't think. So this is another POI that I thought would be a point of interest. Dude, that skybox. I'll say it like multiple times. That skybox is gorgeous. Same structure that's in the Encore arenas. It looks like, yeah. So I'm wondering if it's Encore, and then the other one, I don't play arenas all that much. So the other one that is like has like the it's inside that building, and it has the boxes that are moving underneath. The name's escaping me right now, but I feel like there is another POI that is very similar to that in here. So overtime Atmos stations have created breathable atmosphere for Clio. So the research buildings on the left and right offer landing spots for players to loot and assault the main tower structure, pass through the narrow bridge, or take zip rails to the top of the nearby water silos. Can have, okay, so these are silos. So okay, so they're saying like these narrow walkways and these buildings are the buildings that they're talking about. So that building, the walkway. So this is very much like a antenna. This is antenna on Stormpoint with a little bit of like a water treatment from KC sort of mentality. Yeah, you see them like this malfunctioning and it drops and destroys it. You might be onto something, Jesse. Yeah, so you have like these side buildings, these buildings here, and then you can get up. So basically, like, it's almost like what is it? It has the little fingers, the 3 or 4 fingers on Stormpoint too, where you have probably somebody being able to get up here. Snipers and marksmen are going to be all up in here. You're just going to land here and just grief whoever's down here. So this might be the place to land. If you get beat there, you can kind of offshoot over here, get your loot, and try and push. It's interesting. I think what they're doubling down on height as an advantage. Sheesh, Sea Kenny. Thank you for hopping in over on YouTube too. Perpetual Core. So this is the map that people are walking around right now, the teaser map. And I know this because I've been walking around this map for days, off stream, messing around with it. I think I enjoy trying to climb up that barrier than anything else. I have like a 30-minute walkthrough video, which I haven't posted yet, and I probably will. I did it on stream on Friday towards the end, the very end of the stream on Friday. So if you're curious, you can walk through that map. I did it with some people in chat. But yeah, it was pretty fun. So the sole source of power on the moon, the huge area supports big fights in multiple landings, which is what I said in that stream. The core itself is the main seat of power here, but can also be easily attacked, which is true. There is something that's spinning in the center of that map, almost like what's happening if you go like Lava Fissure in World's Edge, where where typically either the res beacon or the crafter usually is the thing that spins around. Is you basically have that in there. The uplift from the turbine below and the surrounding of the zip rails can offer unique escape. So I said this in the stream when I kind of did that glitch and I walked through. You have like a clear line of sight from these buildings to like here, and then you can get like where this picture is taken. There's another building. Like you can just, if you have a marksman or a sniper, you're going to have fairly open views. So I could easily see 4, 5, 6 squads coming in here, easily looting before you taking a fight and actually having a pretty big fight. Easily could be a very popular hut drop, but also I could see it sort of failing in a drop situation because it is just too open. And again, this might be, it depends upon what the loot tier is. They're not saying if it's a high loot, medium loot, whatever. They're just saying that it's just open enough for multiple teams. What's up, everybody? And everyone that's on YouTube, thank you for coming in as well. We went through if you just coming in, we went through the reaction of the trailer. And we'll go back through, if you're coming in late, we'll watch the trailer again on the way out. And we're just kind of walking through the map right now that's on their website, so their POIs, and getting my initial take on it. Quick take on Catalyst. I do like her abilities. I think she's going to be an interesting counter to a lot of the legends. I don't think she messes with the meta too much. The thing that will mess with the meta, in my opinion, is if they do nerfs and buffs. I don't. You're not going to see a seer buff or a nerf, because he's theoretically getting a heirloom. So I think that he's really the only one that needs a nerf. A lot of people are crying about Horizon, but I think she's in a good spot. I think people are just getting to play her a little bit more frequently and are actually getting good with her abilities. I don't see anything with her, and I might be biased because I've been playing Horizon. But I don't see anything with her that needs to be nerfed. So like her cooldown's at a good spot for the gravity lift. Her ultimate is one of the more, like, especially since they nerfed that ultimate and made it damaged, like it is a high skill ultimate, to be honest. So I can't see them doing too much to her, and I really don't think that she does. So bionomics. So a tightly packed set of circular structures and a playable rooftops. There are plenty of opportunities for vertical flanking along with sneaky healing spots. Originally a research facility built to study strange fauna, some experimental regrowth still populates the abandoned area. So this is like spotted lakes area. This is very much reminds me of like that little area that they put up when Crash Site came in on KC, like where you're gonna have those areas where you can like zip through. You'll probably be able to get to the roofs here. This is interesting. I think if you gardens, you play in the water in gardens, and you're gonna make a ton of noise on those rotations. So it'll be interesting. The divide. So this is one of those. This is what I said. How almost felt like a barometer. No, an antenna walk. Actually, it feels more like that POI on KC ish. That's why am I forgetting the name right now? It's midpoint between, it's like over by Rift, not Rift. It'll come back to me. I'm not gonna stay on that, but you guys know where I'm talking about. The sort of the back corner of the map. But it's like in between capacitor and oh my gosh, I landed there all the damn time in ranked. All right, moving on. So Alpha Base. So this is another POI that I actually, when we looked at the map, this is what I said, because of here, what's happening here. This is like so almost like a Skulltown-esque area. Probably going to be terrible loot, but everyone's going to want to land here because of all the little buildings. So the site of the first moon landing Alpha Base, densely packed lunar buildings, rests inside a giant moon crater. Exterior walls keep the fights contained in a tight interior space. Like, talk about fragment, Skulltown, mill. Oh my gosh. So the question really is can you get up on these rocks? Because if you can get it on these rocks, then you're griefing down. Like, if those are playable areas, then that's gonna be a struggle. I don't know how tall that is. Jesse, you're honestly pretty hyped about this. I mean, I like the map. They need to do something. Like, this map has to be good in order for them to be able to compete, because with Overwatch 2, and that popularity is going to sort of dwindle down, I think. But with the popularity of Overwatch 2 and a lot of Apex players actually going over and playing that map right there in November, I think on the 16th, Warzone 2 is launching. I think next week or something like that, or Friday. Modern Warfare 2, like, their multiplayer is launching too. So within like 2 to 3 weeks, COD is coming in with new games, and then you have a bunch of other similar first person shooters or third person shooters. This has to be knocked out of the park. So and I'm hoping that they knew that. Is that a hippo? Eternal Gardens. So a vast open space that serves as a memorial of tragic event in Boreas. Eternal Gardens is home to a long-range field of flowers and trenches. It has a central tower that contains the only jump tower on the moon, meant as a means of celebration and as a crafty way to reposition for a fight or rotate to another zone. So, ranked? Land here uncontested, or maybe you ISO 50-50 a fight, and then you can get out and into another fight like ASAP, is basically the way I'm taking it. I don't know where in the map. I'd have to go back and see where that map is and try and point where that POI is. But I don't know, maybe this is a very high contest place. It's high contested because you can just get right out and just push for high kills, high damage. Breaker Wharf, asymmetrical space built for mid-range combat and connected by a bridge and a zip rail. Parallel structures at Breaker Wharf is packed with multiple layers of verticality and means of reposition between them. Flanked by additional zip rails, it's also an easy way to rotate to another POI. Okay. So, not bad. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't. We'll see. I think this probably provides like 2, 3, 4 teams to be in here and not really contesting each other. I can see a lot of like end games can be wild. I can probably see a lot of standoffs. You know, just people shooting back and forth. I almost think about like in Control what happens between center point of Lava Siphon and the midpoint there, uh, where there's just a lot of people kind of just rooftop or inside those buildings and just shooting across the way. Like I just yeah, it's gonna be a hard to push area. I don't know. This caters a lot to those movement legends. So you're gonna have to play like an Octane is gonna be huge here to get their team over to rotation. An Ash on the TP, a Wraith might be playable, like far more viable to get from one building to another, your team from one building to another safely. Um, I don't know. Horizon might take a hit here. She can get that height, but I don't know about from going POI to POI. I mean, I'll still play her. I love her. So, um, seems like there's a lot of mountains here too. So thinking about Valk and Valk ults, maybe Valk is gets a little bit hurt in these areas, almost like what happens in Stormpoint with her. You can't really rotate too far in certain areas because of the mountains on Stormpoint. Yeah. Production yard. So production yard is yet another large location on the map with a bullseye landing pad and 2 adjacent landings the extent of this T-shaped structure. There's a lot of loot nestled within the corridors of the central honeypot. All right, so I'm assuming that you can get up in these areas. This will be an interesting POI. This is kind of like Lightning Rod. Kind of edge of the map, kind of gives you that POI that's sort of barriered, where you can land edge of map here, loot up, get through. Dome is sort of one of those other things in World's Edge. It kind of reminds me of in the way that plays. So it could be something like that I see as sort of being viable there. I don't know so much pubs, but I think this could be a point of interest for landing and ranked. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. For real, between Overwatch 2 and Modern Warfare coming out, they got to do something. Like, I mean, the pros are just being very adamant about that theory as well too. It's stale, and going back to and remembering the way the season that Stormpoint came out, and I think the season that Olympus came out, they didn't do any LTMs. So there's a very big possibility that we don't see an LTM this season, which means that we're gonna go through, unless they like reintroduce control and gun run, and they kind of put those as playable modes some point within the season. Well, I guess no, you're probably gonna get the train event because this runs through the holidays. So I think that they definitely need to do something, because if they're gonna recycle older events, because this new map is the focus, they're gonna need to do something to keep people invested. Maybe the fact that ranked could be on this map and Olympus, that there's going to be a lot more people playing ranked, which helps, but who knows? Why is this all of a sudden like... All right. Oh, Dragon. So the Foundry. So this POI features a divided central hub split by 2 long arms filled with loot and enough landing spots for 4 teams. Integrated zip rails at the Foundry allow players to quickly travel across to the main hub or reposition for a fight. This is where the ferrofluid is refined. and used to patch parts of the moon and avoid further deterioration. Okay. Caustic treatment. Tell me I'm wrong. Dry Gulch. So entirely asymmetrical location, divided by a short bridge, which allows and acts as a funnel for rotation between two halves of Dry Gulch. The gulch features a fast, multi-layered fights with tightly packed interior spaces. Sounds like not a good time. I like good, clean fights, fast fights, but also sounds to me like you have 4 teams landing, 2 teams fight here, 2 teams fight here. Whoever wins first is immediately coming and going after. This is like 5 stack and fragment, right? This is if you fight and you clear 5 stack before fragment is done fighting, you're getting over to frag, you know. That's sort of my take on that. Cultivation. So the source for all moon food cultivation is made up of low-lying collection of circular greenhouses that connects to a larger central greenhouse. The seat power this location, easily defendable on all sides. The waterways rather, cutting through the zone offers sneaky routes to loot up and assault the main structure undetected. Sounds like they already have audio issues. I kid. But do I? Interesting. Again, this could be like a high tier loot area, which you land and it's closed off. Like that could be the thing that makes that POI viable or something. Promenades. So promenades is, see, behind promenades is the map that's being teased currently. So promenades is a place where most moon dwellers reside and get their supplies. It's a huge vertically visible landmark and is focused halfway or is a focused hallway fight with zip rails throughout. Flank routes pocket the interior space, while the exterior and the main central funnel between the north and south of the map. Okay. So terminal-esque from, like, if we're talking about like trying to find a correlation to other existing maps, this kind of reminds me a little bit of an entry point from Terminal in between Olympus. Interesting. Kind of cutting off that map, keeping the point of views of the line of sights from that side of the map. You have some open areas. I think rotations are going to be huge here. I don't see Valk is deterred here a little bit. Like maybe you can get Valk, and if you're like bunched up over here and you're in a bad spot, you can get up and get over here, but I don't think it really helps you that much. Interesting. So cutting it close. So the team is incredibly proud to work on the Brook movement is magical. For the first time in Apex Legends, you'll be soaring through the map at high speeds, banking around corners, and building up momentum as you feel the rush of the zip rails. Cut it close like never before, whether it's to find the next fight or escape the closing ring. Oh, didn't even think about that. But you can't heal on them. Or speedily scoop up more loot. I'm excited to share the whole. So we'll play the map again, and you guys can tell me what you think. Just because it will give a viewpoint for all these little areas, and then we'll go back on the trailer. Like, it's a gorgeous map, don't get me wrong. I think they've done a great job They've clearly taken what they've learned on other maps and utilized it here. Rig, by the way. That little area outside of Rig is what that name was escaping me earlier. You can walk through this on the current trailer. It's actually really good POI. This does give a good mix of I want to say there's not going to be a lot of camping areas. I think you can push so fast with these zip rails that camping is not going to be a smart play. But I think in ranked you will have to hold. I walked this part. This is the teaser. It's massive. Terminal gives that terminal feel. This is that arenas map that I was talking about. This gives me that very much feel of that arenas map. That one arenas map that everyone holds that one door. Charge rifle briefing from those. Height is going to be key, but again, on height, it's a double-edged sword with height. If you're playing on the edge of height, you're still going to leave yourself overexposed to get shot at from down low. So if you're playing with a proper head glitch, then yeah. Crazy. I'm super stoked about this, actually. I really am. I think they did a really good job. So gifting. Let's learn about gifting. So just in time for the holidays, we're excited to introduce a new way for players to show appreciation in their friends and Apex Legends with gifting. Before gifting becomes available at the launch of Eclipse on November 1st, we wanted to give players a heads up on how it will work. So first off, you must have login verification turned on, at least the account level 10, and be in-game friends with those you want to give or send or receive gifts. Your account must be in good standing, and both you or your friend must have been friends for at least 2 weeks before you can give or receive gifts from each other. If you've already been in-game friends for 2 weeks prior to the launch of the gifting, so you can start gifting right away. So once requirements are met, you can give a gift to a friend regardless of what platform they're on. That's cool. Maybe an introduction to crossplay or cross progression. If you're now able to gift from platform to platform, there's clearly must be finding a way that they can work through. Again, I'm not saying that's not glitched and your gift goes into Narnia. Might be an interesting thing that they're not quite saying, but they're sort of saying. That would be interesting if cross progression. I'm not holding my breath, but if that's something that I do that it has high potential. I would say as a content creator, knowing that there's a 2-week window, and I think a lot of giveaways for content creators would be giving away a store skin. I would say maybe build up, and this is the digital marketer in me, right? As somebody that works as a profession as well, as works with content creators, influencers, brands, and stuff like that. In a situation like this where you have a 2-week window, maybe go through, and if you do follower games, you probably already have a lot of your followers, supporters, subscribers on your friends list, but maybe get them on your friends list right away. So if you want to do a beginning of the season giveaway, of a launch pack or something like that to a specific winner, they'll actually be in that 2-week window. That way you can gift that person, whoever is that giveaway winner. Yeah. Nick, thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. Nick Willie in the house. How you doing, buddy? It has been a while since I've seen your name pop around. I hope everything's been well. I haven't seen a stream from you in a while too. I hope that's a good thing for you, at least that you're successful other places. Still can't gift my 4Ks and 20 bombs. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's other ways, right? You can, I suppose you can do it other ways. I don't know. I'm not gonna support theorizing how you could possibly do that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna read up, but I do believe what I've heard was that it's only in-store items. It's not something that you currently own. So anyone that say had a skin, like for instance, my PC account does not have the Voltron, the Horizon Voltron skin. I have the recolor of it. I don't know. I call it the Voltron skin. That's basically what she is. It's the one that it's the recolor is the black and gold and teal one, but their mask is down. It's from the it was from like the anniversary one. So selecting your gift is simple. Gifts can be acquired with Apex coins from the store tabs at launch and range from single items like legend and weapon skins to bundles. You can give up to 5 gifts every 24 hours, so you can be generous in showing your friends that you appreciate them. So again, this is only stuff that is in the store's tab. So this is nothing that you currently own. This is at least what I'm gathering. This is nothing you currently own as a legend. So this is not a skin, a weapon skin. They nerfed the heatsink anyway, so it's not like you're going to be able to give somebody the flatline heatsink because you own it. It doesn't seem like that's it. When you are ready to surprise your friend with that special something, all you need is to navigate to that item you want to give to your friend, confirm you have enough Apex coins to for the gift you wish to select your friend's username, the friends list, press the gift button after confirming all the details. That's it. That's it, and all that's left is waiting for your friends to discover their new gift from you. Isn't gift giving fun? Gifts are final. Gifts are final and not refundable. So make sure you're gifting to the right account on the right platform and friends who are not banned. Well, you shouldn't be friends with are banned anyway. But yeah, I mean that's a thing. So somebody like myself, I have a Tachtic Gaming that's a PlayStation account that I don't use. I have the PC account, so if like, for instance, someone was to give me a gift of something that's in the store, like you would just need to know. It goes vice versa, right? So I have a lot of friends that came from console that are now on PC that still have the same gamer tag. So that's a huge thing too. So you kind of have to make sure that if you're friends with them on multiple areas, that you're giving them the right icon. So that's going to be a big deal because there's no takesy backsies, right? On that. So yeah, this just kind of walks you right through. So yeah, so it does give you the icon of knowing whether or not they're on there, so you can clearly sort by A to Z or online, offline. This is your inbox. So now you're getting news. You're getting an inbox as well too. It will go off at launch. That's interesting. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty stoked about this. I'm pretty darn stoked about it, to be honest. So we'll watch this again. We'll go in 4K and we'll get it super clean.
years ago, a meteor crashed into our moon. But that is not what broke us. This settlement was meant to be our salvation. Perhaps it still can be. Hear that bell? It's the witching hour. Enemy down.
Pickers again.
Do not falter. I don't fear anything. I hope you're ready.
I mean, I heard the whole. It doesn't say in this. Doesn't say in
rock. This wasn't fate.
Hard shredding people.
This was the future you made. Someone once told me that in order to heal, we need to destroy.
Look how high her attack comes up, though.
Observe.
Unforgettable.
I like your style.
Time to have some fun.
This is what I thought was not Tachtic, but I know
This is what I was built for.
the skins are pretty good too. We didn't really talk
It was
about
the
the skins
arrogance
earlier.
of men that brought us to the edge of the abyss.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I will be the woman
she has serious potential.
to pull us back. Catalyst. The woman who saved Cleo.
Dude,
Extending to re-engage. Let's rock.
I want to try and
This
flip
wasn't
these skins.
fate. This was the future
Whoa,
you
whoa, whoa, whoa. I just realized this. Did she not have any traps on there? If she didn't, if Watson didn't have her gem.
This wasn't.
Oh, Watson doesn't have a gen here. Okay. I was gonna say, her feral fluid isn't conducive. Like if she's a Watson counter.
This was the future you made.
All right, so reinforce. This is her passive. So reinforcing the doors. So you can do
Someone
this
once
to
told me
pop
that
a
in order
res,
to heal,
kind of like what they're doing. Okay.
we need to destroy.
Look how high it is, though. The attack is she threw the attack and then
Unforgettable.
I like your style.
skins are pretty good. It's okay. Let me see if I can. Get a good look at
This is where I was built.
stuff. Oh no. Dude, Pumpkin Jack from or whatever his name is from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Why they give him all the fucking good, all the good skins?
This is where I was built for.
It was the arrogance of men that brought us to the edge of the abyss. I will be the woman to pull us back.
This must be her launch skin. Maybe. That's definitely not her like default skin, so that's interesting. Either that it's like a battle pass
The woman who saved Cleo.
Next time, I gotta set this up a little bit better. I have to set this up a little bit better, I guess, next time when we do reacts. But what did everyone think about the new things that are coming out? I'm interested. I really think that there's high potential for this season. I'm looking forward to it. There are trailers. There should be a Meet the Legend trailer, I think, coming out Thursday. And then there is another trailer, I think, that's happening Monday. But either way, if you guys like this, then let me know, because I'll do more of this. I like these reacts, and I like hearing and seeing that your reactions as well. If you found this better than kind of going through it by yourself, I will definitely do this more often, and we'll kind of plan on it being better, and I'll actually be better about having the right scenes and stuff like this. This was something that I kind of thought about at like 10 o'clock. and only having an hour to kind of set it up and get a thumbnail and getting all that stuff sort of sorted out. I was kind of up against it. So yeah, let me know what you think. New Legend will be interesting. Definitely didn't think that she could also reinforce doors. Yeah, that was always her passive. That was one of the things that they said early on, was that she could reinforce objects. So I don't even know if it's just doors. So I like, it could be very versatile. There are certain things that I know that have been leaked through other content creators and whatnot that have potential of being in. So like, I'm excited for the patch notes. I'm excited to see if there's things that they're holding back from this as well, that we're going to learn in the next few days. Typically, the way, if I remember correctly, in past seasons, they'll do partial patch notes, and they'll release those out to some media stuff. So that could happen a little bit later today. That would end up being something that we want to take a look at. I believe the battle pass, that charge rifle that they teased in the video, was the battle pass charge rifle. So they're reactive. So it does look like the charge rifle is getting a reactive skin. So I did see that, and it would make sense to why they're kind of throwing the charge rifle in a trailer. Yep. So the ongoing theory right now, which I'm almost I'm partially confirming, Pubs is getting Broken Moon, Olympus, and World's Edge. Ranked 1 split is Broken Moon. So I'm actually kind of on Twitter right now, looking through on one of my other screens. So it looks like your Pubs is Broken Moon, Olympus, World's Edge. Rank split 1 is Broken Moon. Matt, thanks for the like, bud. How you doing today? Confirmation-ish that cross progression is not coming this season. They definitely want to add cross progression, but it is very technically challenging, and they do not want to commit to a release date. I totally passed on the... So Ash and Revenant. So that Revenant is a battle pass, a legendary battle pass skin. There was the Ash. So if you look back on the stream on the trailer, Ash has a legendary coming as well too. Yep, stickers are coming to heal items. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of this. All right, everybody. Appreciate you all for coming by. I'm excited to have done this. I hope you all enjoyed it. I am gonna hop off for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hop back on. So stay tuned. If you are in here for the first time and you don't have notifications turned on, please turn them on. You can do exclamation if you're on Facebook, exclamation notify. If you're on YouTube, just ring that bell, please. That way, when I do go back live, that you guys are all notified. But I hope you enjoyed the stream and the walkthrough, and it was informational. And I really do want to try to do this a little bit more often when these things come up. As some of you may know, like I do stay in tune with a lot of the information stuff that's coming out with Apex. So if you're somebody that likes that, then I will keep continuing to do it. So again, let me know what you think. I'm gonna hop off here, and we will be back at it shortly. So appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming in, and I will catch you all in a little bit. We will be doing some Apex. We'll be doing some Control, and as well as some pubs possibly. So, but yeah. Hope everyone has a good one. If I see you back in the end of the stream, I still appreciate you. If not, hope you all have a great day. Thanks.